Picture this. You're flying down the road, feeling unstoppable, but one tiny issue could cost you thousands in repairs. What if I told you a single $5 can in your garage can fix it all? Yep, WD-40 isn't just for squeaky doors. Today, I'm revealing 11 genius WD-40 motorcycle hacks that can save you a fortune and keep your bike running like new. You won't believe number 7. Let's jump in. Hack number 1. Free your stuck kickstand, like magic. You park, try to flick your kickstand, and it barely budges. Sound familiar? Dirt, road grime, and corrosion build up in the kickstand pivot faster than most riders realize. A little WD-40 sprayed directly at the pivot joint, followed by a couple of flicks, had it moving like new again. Not only does it dissolve the grit, but it leaves behind a light film that resists future rust. Mechanics often charge $50 to $100 to disassemble and clean a sticky stand. WD-40 does it in 5 seconds for pennies. Just don't forget to wipe off any excess. It can attract dust if left too wet. Number 2. Eliminate chain squeaks between lube jobs. Look, WD-40 isn't a chain lube. It's a water displacer and cleaner. But here's the trick. If your chain starts squeaking during a ride and you don't have lube handy, WD-40 buys you time. Spray a little along the links, not on the sprocket, and let it roll in for a temporary fix. Riders on long tours swear by this when their chain dries up mid-trip. It reduces friction, knocks out grime, and keeps your chain from eating itself alive until you can apply a proper motorcycle-specific lube later. And considering a new chain and sprocket set runs $250 to $500, this hack earns its spot. Number 3. Clean electrical connectors without breaking them. Ever tried to pull apart a corroded electrical plug and ended up yanking the wire out entirely? Moisture and oxidation cause most connector issues, and that can kill your signals, headlights, or dash. WD-40 can fix this without harsh scraping. Spray just a tiny bit inside the plug housing or fuse box, let it sit for a minute, and it'll loosen up corrosion and dried up dirt. A soft brush or Q-tip finishes the job. Riders who've had their brake lights randomly fail often trace it to a dirty connector, and dealers can charge $150 plus to trace the issue. WD-40 solves it in 1 minute. For bonus protection, follow up with dielectric grease to seal it from future moisture. Check out the link in the description if you want to grab the secret tools I personally use on my motorcycles. Number 4. Stop bolts from seizing in place. Every bike has them, those nightmare bolts that fuse themselves to your frame or engine block. And when they snap or strip, you're looking at hundreds in repair bills or even a ruined engine casing. Here's the pro move. Next time you remove body panels, the exhaust, or your tank, hit each bolt with WD-40 before reinstalling. It coats the threads and makes future removal smooth. It's especially helpful for exhaust bolts, which deal with extreme heat and corrosion. This one's not flashy, but it's pure prevention gold. Number 5. Restore faded plastics and side panels. WD-40 on your fairings. Yep, it sounds sketchy until you try it. Over time, your side covers and plastic panels get dull from UV rays, grime, and age. But a light mist of WD-40 on a microfiber cloth, rubbed evenly across blacker-colored plastics, brings out a surprising shine. It won't last forever, but it can make your plastics look new for weeks, even months, depending on exposure. Riders prepping their bikes for sale use this trick all the time. And always apply it to a cloth first, never directly onto the bike. Number 6. Unstick that jammed helmet visor. Your visor won't close smoothly. You push it harder, and suddenly, it feels like it might snap. This is one of those little annoyances that becomes a big deal when rain hits mid-ride. Here's what seasoned riders do. Remove the visor, clean the pivot area, then lightly spray WD-40 into the joint. Move the visor up and down a few times, then wipe off any excess. The result? A buttery smooth action that clicks perfectly into place. This hack keeps your gear functioning like new with no tools, no parts, and no stress. If these hacks are helping you save big already, imagine what's coming next. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next trick that could save your ride or your wallet. Number 7. Loosen rusted locks without snapping keys. Whether it's your steering lock, luggage case, or disc lock, once rust settles in, you're in trouble. Jamming the key harder just increases the chance of a snap. WD-40's original purpose was water displacement, and this is where it shines. Aim the red straw directly into the keyhole, let it sit 30 seconds, and gently wiggle the key. The rust and grime soften just enough for smooth unlocking. This one hack could save your storage system from total failure. Number 8. Silence that squeaky throttle cable. If you twist your throttle and hear a light creaking noise, or worse, feel resistance, you might think it's time for a full cable replacement. But 9 times out of 10, it's just dry cable sheathing. WD-40 isn't meant as a long-term lubricant here, but it's an amazing diagnostic and temporary solution. Disconnect the cable at the grip end or carb throttle body. Hold the red straw against the sleeve opening and spray a light amount. Work the throttle gently and feel the difference. If it glides again, you've saved yourself from an unnecessary $80 to $150 cable swap. Long-term, follow it with a proper cable lube. But when you're on the road or in a bind, this trick works like a charm. Number 9. Prevent rust after rainy rides. You ride through unexpected rain. You dry off the seat and tank. But what about the parts you don't see? Bolts, spokes, the underside of your frame. These are all vulnerable. WD-40 can't reverse rust, but it can absolutely stop it from starting. After washing or wet weather riding, spray a light mist over lower forks, swing arms, axles, and exposed bolt heads. Let it sit, then wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. The invisible film it leaves behind shields the metal from oxidation. Riders in humid states like Georgia and Mississippi swear by this habit to keep their bikes spotless year-round. Number 10. Unstick stubborn zippers on riding gear. This one's simple, but you'll thank yourself next time you're late to a ride. You try zipping up your armored jacket and the pull tab gets stuck halfway. Force it, and the whole zipper breaks. Replacement? Easily $40 to $90 at a tailor, and it's never quite as strong as stock. The fix? A quick blast of WD-40 on a Q-tip or cloth rubbed along both sides of the zipper track. It cuts through grit, salt, and dried sweat that cause friction. Let it dry for a minute and try again. You'll be amazed. Riders heading into winter especially benefit from this hack. Number 11. Waterproof. Your ignition in an emergency. This is the big one. It's pouring rain and you turn the key. Nothing. Or maybe your bike misfires just enough to make you nervous. Moisture in the ignition system can kill spark, especially on older bikes with exposed coils or points. WD-40 was literally invented to displace water. WD stands for water displacement, after all. In a pinch, remove your seat or tank, spray down the ignition coil area, spark plug wires, and inside any fuse box or relay housing. Riders have revived dead bikes in storms using nothing but WD-40 and a towel. Number 12. Make stuck foot pegs. Fold again. Foot pegs are exposed to everything: mud, water, road grime, and over time they seize up and stop folding properly. This becomes a real issue during maintenance or even in minor drops when the peg needs to move. Instead of hammering or replacing them, spray WD-40 directly into the pivot point and hinge area. Wait a minute, then work the peg back and forth. Most times, the gunk loosens right up. It's a 30-second job that saves you from replacing an entire assembly or stripping threads trying to force movement. And clean, moving pegs are safer, especially for passengers. Number 13. Remove sticker residue without damaging paint. Got an old inspection sticker, dealership decal, or tank pad that left a nasty residue behind? Don't scrape. It risks scratching your fairing or tank. Instead, spray WD-40 on the sticky area. Let it sit for 30 seconds, then wipe with a soft microfiber cloth. The adhesive softens and comes right off. This trick is especially useful when customizing your bike or restoring a used ride. It's gentle on painted and plastic surfaces, but brutal on old glue. No need for harsh solvents or elbow grease, and your bike keeps its clean factory look. Just be cautious. WD-40 is flammable, so never spray it directly onto a hot engine or around open flames. Always let things cool first. Bonus: Hack. Quiet down, rattling fairings without replacing anything. That annoying rattle coming from your front fairing or side panel? It's probably just plastic on plastic vibration. Or worse, a loose rubber grommet. Most riders think they need new fasteners or fancy foam tape. But here's the trick. Spray a tiny bit of WD-40 onto a cloth and dab it around the contact points where the plastic meets metal or where panels slot together. The lubricant fills micro gaps and cushions the parts just enough to kill the buzz. One rider shared that his fairing rattle had driven him crazy for weeks until this trick silenced it entirely. Zero tools, zero parts, and it saved him from replacing a $65 cracked mounting tab.